Hey guys, name is Fen, playing some Thief, and not else. Not this. And I've been playing for a bit here, and I'd just like to share a few thoughts that I have thunk in the last little while here. Because I've really been surprised by kind of how much I'm enjoying myself, actually. And I know, Dishonored may or may not have been whatever it was, even if I played it non-blind, but I've been playing this non-blind and found that I am actually quite enjoying it, to repeat exactly what I just said. I don't think there's any loot in here, but I don't have... Oh, I do have focus? Slightly? Well, that's fine. Anyways, yes. You kind of go through sections of city, and it's all pretty great.
The old man remembers the Shellbridge fire. Flames so bright, night became day. Or was it smoke so thick, day became night?
I read that before the Baron was born, the city was at war.
Read it, did you? Oh, bloody friggin' dark. Nothing like being there, is it? These streets have seen all manner of shit. Fires, plagues.
Don't forget the war.
It was with Blackwood, alright? More of a squabble than a war. Of course, if our neighbors catch wind of the shit pile we're in now, you'll see your bloody war.
Yeah, I turned on subtitles because the voice levels are just freaking weird. But, yeah, like, I have nothing to say here. Oh, let's watch out, you need to step lightly.
Anyone who shares logic with a gloom helps my house.
What? That's serious. Shit, would we get more coin?
For what? For disobeying your lawful instructors? Ah, that's crazy talking. Anyways, I think this is kind of like a linear
What was that?
section where you get to the next place. Pretty sure it's linear. Just being quiet because these guys are talking. Or were. Well, yeah, I don't think you can get up there. I don't know. Well, I just sort of played through here. Like, I didn't try to rush it. It was off camera, so I sort of, tried to take it slow and steady. But I'm still pretty sure that this is not the city proper. It's
what's
just
his name's gone down with the gloom.
Who?
a place.
He had it coming.
So, yeah. Oh. But yeah, we're to get to a clock tower right now, I believe, or at least to get near it, which you'll see, and I'll speak about
time anyone saw his face?
the cinematics in a minute. But first, I want to say that this rain actually looks worse than the dark mod. It's just like an animated texture that chunks. It's pretty disappointing, actually, but...
River drains were clogged with the drowned. It was ripe. Like a giant sloop.
Hey, come on. I just ate some of that before shift started.
I was the shitsop who stood waist deep in the stuff, carting them out. Seems as if we spend more time catching our breath instead of thieving lifters.
That's why you want a nice patrol like this. Stone Market's not so bad. You pay no mind to the coughing and crying.
Not so bad. Oh, the sickness, the protests, this lockdown. Something's coming. I can feel it.
Something's wrong. I can feel it. Anyway. There it lies. And I gotta admit, it's pretty visually impressive. Despite this being like, oh, it's dark. Well, of course it's dark. It's Thief. I mean, if this was like suddenly you were playing 98 and then suddenly you were playing 2014, this would be like awesome. It's just because every other game looks similar that it kind of looks like, well, whatever. That's a neat thing where you get like the style that you played in. I didn't get that, but I got 75% of the loot. That's not too bad, so well, let's just carry on. Okay, so now I'm in the clock tower, which, spoiler, I don't spend very much time in here. It's actually kind of weird. Also, I never figured out how to open this thing. It says there's unique loot in here. It says to open my journal, but nothing was really spoken about anything. It's pretty weird. Yeah, if you focus, that's blue, but you can't open it. So I really don't know. I mean, I missed that off camera, but I just don't know how to do it. But if you go here, it's some weird sort of storage thing. I still don't quite know what this is. It says stash supply 4 available. I guess you can put stuff into it? That's just weird. I guess if your inventory's full, yeah, I don't know. I guess I can upgrade my quiver. I don't know why I wouldn't want to do that. It's not that intuitive, but hey, I took everything last time because I think that you can. And here is a poppy. It is a blue flower that we eat. I think New Path has their grubby mitts all up in this place. So given I don't know how to do this, and I'm going to be missing a super special loot item, I guess I'll take 30 seconds to figure it out, and then I'll just move on. Well, there's this. The famous Star of Oldale necklace was placed this week in the vault of Stonemarket First Bank, while the unfortunate affairs of its owner are settled. As reported last month, Lady Abigail Hudnall perished in a devastating blaze that totally wasn't suspicious, that destroyed her ancestral home. The valuable Star of Oldale miraculously and suspiciously survived the conflagration. Inspectors determined the fire was accidental, thus opening the way for her assets to be released to surviving family members. The bank announced today that it would begin an inquiry on behalf of the late Lady Hudnall to locate any surviving kin. Oh boy, will just conveniently show up. I forgot to take my flowers. There you go, drink your radium water, it's all good for you. Well, 30 seconds is up, and I haven't figured it out. So instead, have a cutscene. Gotta admit, these cinematics are really cool. If you're into cinematics, that's the thing. You might not want them interrupting your game, but presuming you did, they are pretty cool looking.
Genevieve.
So, Basso married a pigeon instead of a human. It's pretty weird, but we can't go judging it, but I guess that can maybe be lit, I'm guessing, or something? Still looking for something up here that would cause me to be able to be a god, but I guess it's not to be. So instead, go into the city. Stonemarket, and they keep reusing names in order to be like, hey, we're reusing names. It's exactly the same freaking thing.
It's a passing thing, sir. I'm sure of it, not the gloom. In 2 days, send men to claim his property for the crest, and have them bring a car.
Yep. It's kind of like rounding up them street people to convert them into servants, except very, very slightly different. But hey, that's still pretty cool. So yeah, this is the part that I was really starting to enjoy myself. Yeah, there's cinematics everywhere. Yeah, there's ridiculous movements that Garrett does to open doors all the time. But you know what? I'm kind of getting used to them. And this is like really good. This is like the city in Deadly Shadows, except maybe slightly bigger or something and more detailed. It's just cool. Like, it's just fun to play the game. Yeah, there's things over top of it that are like all mass appeal and stuff, but nevertheless, at least for me, I'm having quite an enjoyable time. And there's some windows around here that I want.
Look familiar. I swear I saw my old landlord begging for coin.
Yeah, well, that's what'll happen. So, the general situation here, everybody's oppressed, they're all being rounded up. It's certainly not original, but I think it's effective. But that's just me. Oh, here's a window. I want to go into all the windows that I went into off camera just to sort of show you guys the marvels of what I've seen in this life, including the good, the bad, and the beautiful. So, suddenly we've got pretty gorgeous kitchen here. Like, holy damn, I would kill somebody dead to have a kitchen this nice. Oh, yes, sir. Your ass is mine, mister. Anyways.
I know it.
Yeah. Well, I do like to get as much loot as possible, despite the fact that you don't have to, because casual, and also, yeah. There's some safe here, and I don't think it's this one wherein it's really hard to pick. That's my cool story, but yeah, sometimes these things have 2 buttons you gotta press, and that just, I don't know. I know this is slow, but I just think it's cool to see some high-res, lifelike hand go around and press buttons on the frame of a picture. Call me a weird fetish haver, but I'm telling you.
A fine
A fine.
piece.
Yes, that's what it is. And if you go here, you can see it, except I missed it. But suffice to say, it's one of a collection of serpent things that kills husbands and causes widows to have them, I guess. That's the basic gist of it. And a lot of these apartments so far seem to be just sort of one ways. Like, you go in, you go around and or down,
I'm not feeling all that well.
and then you just kind of go out again. Also, these citizens seem to be playing up the fact that things are bad to a slightly more bigger degree than they could if they were trying to be subtle. But yeah, whatever. You don't really notice that much. At least I don't, and I am everyone. So I don't think I ever went down on this place. So I'm not going to go down on that place this time, because we must imitate our past successes to an extreme degree. Rise bites. It's kind of silly how you constantly have to hold and tap just to open a damn window, and then it doesn't even stay open behind you. You just kind of go through. But, oh well. Oh yeah, there's something on top and you actually have to climb. It is kind of neat seeing Garrett's movements. I mean, yeah, it makes the game experience less smooth, but I mean, at some point I just have to accept it if I'm going to play this game and stop complaining. Once you stop complaining, you realize that even though you may not agree with everything, you can kind of get used to a bunch of stuff. I mean, I'm just saying the same thing over and over again, but yeah, this seems like a plot. Regards the reports from your quacks on handling of the gloom situation, I propose that you draft a new report based on the following guidelines. I want to encourage a steady flow of gloomers through the works for processing. Dun dun dun. Upwards of 100 a day should suffice. That's extremely a lot. The whole city would be cleared out in like a month. I understand the sickness can develop with dramatic speed. Indeed, a man who might have appeared perfectly well at evening could be found on a death cart come the morning. In that case, his house should also be thoroughly cleared before condemnation. Your assistance in this matter will be appreciated. The Thief-Taker General. Garrett has nary a comment. Unfortunately, he's just shocked into silence. And here's the safe that is really annoying. I think it goes in a circle. It's not like a virtual mouse pad that you move around in. I think it's just a loop. So I think if you just circle the mouse, as I was told at some point and then blatantly ignored, might be quite a bit easier. Yeah. Boy, I had a tough time with this before, though. Let me tell you. Well, doesn't seem worth a whole heck of a lot. Maybe gold is not worth jack crap in this frickin' crap sack world, because maybe the economy has gone to heck. And everybody takes advantage by not being afraid and buying up all the stock. And then they get rich, and then they get hated. That is just the way of the world, evidently. Summary. Weapon Store 6C moved to the Black Alley stash. There goes another gratuitous name we use. All armaments inspected and logged by guards Munyon and Karras. It's just that, like, this is clearly not the same story as the last one, so why pretend it is, but hey. The streets rang with the cries of the watch, ever vigilant against the ongoing plight of the gloom. The great gates closed, the curfew was called, and nary a dutiful citizen was seen in the streets. Captain of the watch, Orsley Durham, called it the most successful quarantine measure to date. This lockdown is for the safety of our valiant citizens, he said, overseeing the closure of Traitor's Gate this evening. And we have the Baron to thank for everything, he added before returning to Dayport. What a truly modest hero of the city. Totally not written by the Baron, sirs. Well, I reckon that's it for here. I thought there was a door outside, but I'm thinking of another place. But yeah, I mean, it's got all the classic elements. You go into apartments and rob them. It's got all the classic elements. Also, these guys keep talking about sloop as if they mean soup. I think sloop means a ship. Take your little sloop, John B, and go home. Tell South Carolina Black Bear got Capone, you know what I'm saying.
The sound of horse hooves.
Ah, horses.
Been months since I've had a bowl of horse meat soup.
How could you do such a thing? Why do they say sloop instead of soup? It's kind of trippy. Relies blight. Anyway, so I guess there's all these sort of things like Thief 3 here where you can go different places, but oh, there's a crippled bird. But I'm not going to rush there because I didn't do that before. I just sort of explored the city like I'm supposed to and did a thing. And let me tell you, that is a really sweet looking building. I really like the look. I mean, I'm going to say it. I didn't really realize
I saw some.
that it was good.
No sign of trouble here.
But yeah, it's kind of got the green and... or not the green, the blue.
Better
Totally the
stay
same thing.
hidden if you're messing with me.
Yeah. Got the blue tinge that Thief kind of has. Hey, there's that. I didn't realize that. But yeah, like I didn't explore absolutely everywhere because this seems like the main hub and it seems pretty huge. Oh, crap. So I'm going to try to go over this way because that's where I went before. Guys walk like gremlins, but then again, I walk like a gremlin as well. It causes a nightmarish shadow to occur. Let me tell you, if I can find a place, I will demonstrate such an evil nightmare.
Feels wrong.
Yes, nightmares do feel wrong. Oh, there's Reynard's coffee house. And here's a bunch of peasants who literally don't care about me. This guy seems to be selling
Surprised they
haircuts.
haven't started pulling the buildings down for firewood.
Don't give them any ideas.
Indeed. Well,
Could be worse.
Baron's future is still coming.
But I don't really know how.
I don't think any future's coming.
oh, indeed. Well, I haven't found the right shadow to do a shadowing thing yet, but oh well.
Don't have two coin to rub together.
It's pretty fun just going around. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good looking. I thought I would have more to say, but instead I'm just saying the same thing over and over again. These gratings are conspicuous, but I guess they need to be, so it's all slightly okay shaped. But anyways, I guess all I had to say was, hey, I kind of like this, kind of, and literally that's it. So this is like the gullet, which must be a term for a back alley. There's some guy's workshop down there, but again, not going, because instead I'm going through this conspicuous loading zone, which, you know, I thought was weird at first because I didn't know it was a loading zone, but I think it's actually kind of clever. I mean, it's... if you're going to have to wait for it to load anyway, then you might as well be looking at some visual animation whilst you do it.
For his family, a real man wouldn't let him starve.
Oh? And what would you have me do?
The Baron's watch is hiring. They must pay better than begging on the street.
That's great. Just great. All I have to give up is my common decency.
Everyone is complaining about the plague times. It's quite sad.
Coldest summer I can remember.
This isn't summer, it's dark. Pff, logic. I just think this sort of captures the feeling that you might expect the city to have. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of weird because it does kind of look a bit like, well, it's dark and it's modern, but that is kind of the mood, I guess, so, yeah, I don't know. But, yeah. Stop trying to duck me, Molly. I lent you the coin months ago and it's well past time you paid up. I'll be waiting for you at the usual place in Muddler's Row. Don't make me pay you a visit. Oh, you can't be keeping up margins, son. Now, like I say,
Forever.
I haven't tried any missions yet, so it could be my opinion will hilariously change when I do. But here is apparently the bank heist job, which is just kind of here. I don't know what it looks like if you don't have that DLC, or is it not DLC? I don't know. But hey, kind of was hoping that I would hear some guards say some lines that I heard. Oh, there's a wrench tool that you need to pry stuff off. I guess I'm going to get that later or something. I have to come back here. That's why I think this must be the main hub, because you seem to need things. Because, but the guards used the word taffer one time. They were like, hey, some guy called me a taffer. What does it mean? I don't know, but he spit in my face after saying it, so I'm sure it doesn't mean anything good. But the rest of the time they just say shit and all sorts of dumb crap like in Dishonored because they can't be creative and tasteful with their swear words. So it's pretty horrible. I think this may be the gist of places that I've been, actually. I thought I'd been more places, but apparently not for some reason. So I guess I'll just leave it here and continue exploring and commenting later on. So, well, this is sort of my impression of the city. It's pretty good, and I'm liking the game a lot more, despite its silliness. I think it's pretty good at the core. So that's my opinion so far, and I'll leave you with a nice view of the clock tower. Bye for now.